You might remember 2 or 3 weeks ago, the Reno Gazette Journal did what we thought was a really nice editorial, the headline of which was "Funding is Unfair," the school funding is unfair. And they made a point in there that frankly had not occurred to me, maybe it had to somebody else along the way, but it really rang true. The point they made was this: over years, the legislature has gone out of their way to create a funding system, not for capital construction, but for general operating expenses, the day-to-day stuff that pays teacher salaries and buys books and supplies and equipment, pays the utility bills and gas for the buses, the operating budget. A great system that has provided equality and equity throughout the state. Everybody gets treated the same. Now you can argue that it's not enough. So I mean, maybe everybody's underfunded equally, but at least it's fair. There's never been a successful court challenge to the Nevada system of funding schools. But when you look at construction and capital expenses, it looks almost like they've gone out of their way to create a system that's not fair, that gives preferential treatment to some districts and puts other districts at a disadvantage. Maybe that's intentional, maybe it's just through oversight, but the fact is we're in a situation now where we do not have the dollars that we need to do the kinds of things that we know have to be done, and not for the district. I mean, it's for kids and the teachers and the economic viability of the community. Our Board of Trustees has an obligation to provide as quality an education as they can, and the lack of resources are getting in their way of being able to fulfill that mission to do what we need to do for your kids and the schools where you teach. Now that's a little impassioned plea, but I think that's the reality.